hang on. Don't fucking judge me.
Just accept with the apex predator.
We do look like predators.
Yeah.
If you give me an hour, I think I could probably kill a cow. That element of the story has spun my head. I don't know what to believe anymore. Come on, McGrath. Come on like that.
You were making a fry up while your cat brought a rat in and you didn't get rid of it because you were eating a rat and I'm the council estate. A smacker just threatened to shoot me.
Just then?
Just then.
See,
So when you were coming in and you were seeing that and we heard them, I went to the shop, got a little monster a second ago.
Treated yourself?
Yeah, treated myself. And as I'm walking up, a guy's just gone bang! Like that. So I've turned round because that's a bit fucking weird, isn't it?
It does get your attention, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And he's turned round and just went, "What the fuck are you looking at? I'll fucking shoot you."
Is he by himself or has he got a group?
He was just with one of his pals, one of his pals, or maybe a victim. I don't know. Maybe he tried to shoot him, and I just sort of went, "All right," and carried on walking.
By shouting bang, he kind of half shot you. Was he pointing at you like that as he said it?
I mean,
was his pants up or down?
I didn't check actually. That's a good point. Yeah.
That fucking hell.
You know what if?
I genuinely feel guilt for this. I didn't even do anything for this moment I'm about to share to this day. You know when your mates first start driving?
Yeah.
So there's the one who starts driving first, isn't there? And as many of you as you can pile into the back of their shitty little car. This mate, the first driver of us, had like an orange Volkswagen Beetle.
Oh, nice.
Which is like, you know, him and his dad were into classic cars. It was a bucket of shite. Do you know what I mean? It was barely road. I don't think it was actually road.
I know what you mean by bucket of shite.
So it was attention grabbing, and we were driving past just being idiots, as many of us as possible crammed into the back, shouting stuff out of windows, and we drove past an old man at the bus stop on his own with the window down, and one of my mates shouted bang in his face, and he shit himself. And I feel he genuinely could have.
He could have actually shit himself.
You scared me a little bit.
He could have.
You scared me a little bit then. So I don't know
that bang was unbelievable.
Yeah, he could have forewarned us at some point. About 2 minutes into the pod, I'm going to scream bang for no
reason. That on the mic checking levels and shit.
Listeners, if someone's going on a run now with this,
someone's just fucking put their car in the central reservation because he.
Dramatic effect.
Yeah, that's funny that.
How are you, mate?
I'm good.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you very much for having us. Obviously, today's like the new year, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is the first day back at sort of work and all that.
Yeah, third today, isn't it?
The third. Yesterday you kind of had off. Today you're back at it. So obviously I've been for a run, haven't I?
Oh, you're one of those.
Fuck, you know. And I'm just
you did look like you were shitting yourself when you were walking like you were shitting yourself. To
it was chaos. And also I've tried to meal prep. Have you heard about meal prep?
Have you heard about meal prep? Let's see you like you fucking.
No, explain it, mate.
Have you heard about meal prep?
Strap yourself in.
What's the concept?
I got this new slow
Fish in
cooker.
her ass kick.
It's exactly like that. I got this new slow cooker, but I didn't really read too much of the instructions. Just got a bit giddy. Sometimes my mind can get away with the idea of doing stuff. So I've cooked this massive thing.
Sorry to cut you off, mate, but isn't there literally just 2 settings, warm and hot?
Yeah, but I didn't realise, right? I've gone from a slow cooker that was dying out, that was about 3 litres, 4 litres.
Yeah.
I didn't check the measurements, this one. Today I've cooked 10 litres of chicken and rice. That is a lot of chicken and rice. And that is a lot. 10 litres. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Why are you blending it, first of all?
I was like, why is there so much? My girlfriend was fuming with me because it's just fucking chicken and rice everywhere.
It's going to keep for 3 days tops as well. You're going to be a right fat
put weight on.
Yeah.
Just eating chicken and rice 6 times a day.
Any greens?
Yeah, there's a bit of broccoli in there.
Okay,
some carrots. Right. Do you know the guy that...
How many litres of carrots have you got?
Litres and litres of carrots. I follow the fish and rice cake guy on Instagram, you know.
Still not. He's jacked now, isn't he?
He went on first dates, didn't he?
Yeah, he owns a barber shop.
Does he really?
In Bury.
That's not why you follow him, is it?
No. I don't need my haircut often. But I saw him and I thought, he's jacked as anything. And just follow him, just see what he gets up to.
I think he hit the steroids bad, because I've seen him on first dates, and you know when they give the little sob story, the thing that got him on the show.
Yeah, it's always sad that.
It turned out in between the many portions of fish and rice cake, he was eating a shit ton of steroids, and it was like it ruining his life. Yeah, I think his dick shrank from it.
His dick gone?
It's not gone, but your dick shrinks, doesn't it, when you do too many?
How'd you get it back?
I don't know.
You will it back.
You used to say a lot about dick shrinking. Have you ever done steroids? Have you ever been inclined?
No, mine's just naturally small.
Yeah. What would happen if we just did steroids now?
I just think you get fatter. You do still have to put the work in. That's shit, that, innit?
That's always the argument that everyone that takes steroids has. Like, oh, you still have to do all the work. It's not like you just sit on steroids and get big. It's like
people get funny when you say like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, to give him his given name,
full name in him. Just in case you said The Rock and we went who?
Dwayne Johnson. Put some respect on it. His given name. People get funny when you say he's on steroids. They go, "Don't be silly, no, he's not." But I'm not denying that he doesn't do all the work that he says he does. But for a man of his age,
to still
look like that, 100%, there's not enough testosterone. I was going to say in the ocean, but that makes no sense.
Right, and in other news, the sky's blue and grass is green. You're saying it like we don't think he's on steroids as well? Of course we do.
I don't know. We've not talked about it.
No one thinks he's not on steroids.
5 minutes. Of course we're not talking about it.
Some people do go, no, he's not. Do you know, just because he's like a major star, isn't he the highest grossing actor?
Yeah, he is. He honestly is. He's absolute minted. Do you know, like when
he's
you
absolutely
see
on steroids.
He's
fucking enormous.
Undeniable.
So do you think he's got a small willy then?
I reckon he's tiny. Have you ever seen a gorilla? You ever seen a gorilla's dick? Yeah, I've seen a gorilla.
Can't say we have, mate, no. It feels like the Ricky Gervais show, this. We've got Carl Pilkins in it.
I felt that normal to me. Yes, I went to one of them. It was actually on a New Year's Day as well, actually, which was an odd thing to do hungover. There was like this...
New Year's Day?
There was... saw a gorilla's dick on New Year's Day.
How are you, Beck? You all right, girl?
Hey, I'm the gorilla in this relationship. There was one of them bodyworks exhibits in town, and it was like finishing up on like the 2nd of January. So New Year's Day was like the absolute last day to go. I had like a year to see. Do you know where they have those dead bodies on display?
So you went 2 days ago to a bodywork?
No, not this year. This was a couple years back. This was a good few years back.
So like it's stuffed?
No, it's called... See, I'm not a fucking idiot. It's called plastic...
I forgot what it's called. Take 2.
Cut that.
It's called plastification. Plaster something. They basically take all the water out of the tissue, replace it with plastic, so it's preserved. It's actual dead human bodies, but it's not stuffed. It's like, and they're all on display, like muscle groups. Like they've got like the veins of the lungs, like all in mad colours. It actually looks like something you'd have on your wall. It's an interesting exhibit. Anyway,
so you saw its penis.
Dead educational. The most like hard-hitting thing that sticks in my head was a gorilla's dick, because I remember seeing that and thinking, you can't have it all in this life. Do you know, the gorilla's dick was tiny dick, big, massive
gorillas
muscles.
Have it all, don't they? Sat in a fucking cage in Chester Zoo, buzzing their tits.
It could have
off.
been on flop. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got shit.
Nah, rigor mortis. It's
been
plastinated. It's got plastic in it. It's
true. Yeah.
If we saw your dick on flop, though, you'd be a bit gutted, wouldn't you? Like, this isn't his final form.
Big gutted's an understatement.
yeah. But like, it's not his final form. You're judging the gorilla on,
He's dead, mate. It's his final form.
In what world are we dying and then they put us up for some sort of exhibition? I love that one.
In what world is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson the highest grossing actor?
I mean, Queen Liz, she got put in a box for us all to stare at.
That's true, yeah.
So,
what do you think they'll do that to her? Like, stuff her with...
So how big's your dick, Liz? It's not even a final form. Leave her alone. She's old. Hey, your balls are fucking massive. I can't believe that you went to a Bodyworks exhibit. That's so funny.
I'm interested in science.
Not on the first day of the year.
Yeah, first day of the year. Tower. I brought in 2000 and I don't know the year. It was in uni.
It's questionable.
I was trying to convince myself I was intelligent. I was in uni. I was studying a science.
What were you doing the night before? Was it a big one?
I can't imagine it will have been if I was at that Bodyworks exhibit. It's not if I can fucking remember.
Hey, I'm going to have to call it a night. I'm going to look at other men tomorrow and a girl's dick as well.
I was watching Planet Earth on my own in my bedroom. A big mad one this year. Bringing it in with Big David.
Doing fucking research on gorilla dick sizes. Hey, I've heard they can go up to 8 inches.
I went. Hey, can I smell the exhibits? Is that sound? Just sniffing the gorilla's dick.
Scratch and sniff for gorilla dick.
Fucking 4D experience. That'd be unbelievable.
Big D experience.
What's that interesting? Are you not bothered about stuff like that? Would you not be interested in that?
What we're talking about, like animals, or are we talking like the past?
It was like... I'm talking about just like dead bodies on display. There was humans there too.
Yeah. Human dicks?
Human dicks, human tits. Well, you can't quite...
Tits, as opposed to what? Blue tits? What you on about? There's no one else who's got tits.
I don't get what's happening here.
They've not got the skin on. It's like it's the human body. It's fascinating. Do you not think it's?
And where have these come from? Like, where would
People
humans
donate their bodies to it.
from all over the
mad.
country?
Yeah, they don't look real. Do you know the plastic in them makes it so fake looking? It's not a dead jar and like, oh, I'm looking at a dead body. Yeah. They look half fake.
Jesus.
Yeah, but they're all real. People donate their bodies for
Not
that
too
purpose.
I'm not too fussed about animals.
No.
Insects I'm alright about.
Isn't that sociopathic though? Isn't that sociopathic?
Not to be fussed about animals.
Yeah.
I've still got a dog, he's sound.
Not that fussed about animals, said the dog owner. Red flags.
I'm more fascinated like bees and wasps and stuff. They're cool. Flies.
Why? What's so cool about them?
Just to fucking get about.
They cause havoc, them wasps, though.
Do they?
Yeah, they've got fucking blades, lad. Carry a blade. They sting indiscriminately. At least the bee does it to survive. A wasp will go, fucking get out my way, lad. Sting you.
No, stop and search in the animal world, is it? Take it off him. Nah, true. Yeah, to be fair, I'm going to reevaluate my animal thoughts.
Have you ever eaten any insects?
I mean, to be fair, were you big on all the food review?
I am big on all the food stuff, and I know I've watched a lot of things about, like, obviously your scorpions, your ants being really good at high protein stuff. Yeah. Is that what you've eaten?
I was in a museum. Yeah. I sound like a proper nerd here. I haven't been to a museum in ages. I'm solid now. But I went to a museum once and they had, like, in the insect section, they were, like, just giving out, like dried ants or something. That you
really?
eat,
Did you scrun them?
And I had to go, and it was just, like, super salty and crunchy.
Do you think they seasoned it?
Not good. Yeah, they must have.
No,
they
it
must
jizzed.
Yeah, and came in my mouth.
Stick.
I'd eat anything though. I'd give it a go. I'd eat human. Would you eat human?
No, I don't think.
What's that movie about the plane crash and they survived by like based on a true
Lost.
story?
Alive.
Is it Lost?
No.
Alive.
Is it
Alive?
It's like an old one.
But then
Can't
they all
remember.
die.
A plane crash in
No,
the
they
middle
don't.
on a mountain or
Some
shit.
survive.
Some of them survived.
Yeah,
by
like
eating,
Argentina.
Is this a
or
rugby
something.
team?
I think it was alive. Yeah, I think it was.
A rugby team.
Sounds familiar. This on a mountain that was dead snowy. And
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Ethan Hawke.
I think push to it, I'd eat a human. Like if I had to eat to survive. But if you brought in some now, I'm going. Do you want to try a little bit of that medium rare?
When you mean push to it, you're on about the same sort of rugby team-esque experience.
Yeah.
It
was my initiation. Like,
Well, I drank a funnel of beer out of his asshole, so I may as well punch him. I'll eat anything. Just tell me.
Tell me what
Have
it
you
is
had
afterwards.
horse?
Yeah.
What?
Would you eat horse?
Like when the horse meat scandal came out, I was like, "It's the big fucking deal."
Yeah,
It's like what you just said was bang on though. If you don't know,
Yeah, you
here's
got
what
to
it is,
crack
isn't
on.
it? It's the thought of it. So we have a perception of what we're eating.
Yeah.
We'll be like, oh, it's a horse. We can't eat that. But if we always ate horses, it won't be a big deal to us. So that it's only like it doesn't matter how it tastes or anything like that. It's only our thoughts behind it when we find out what it is.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Mad. That's why I know with the idea of eating dogs and stuff just absolutely spooks people, doesn't it?
It does, and I don't want to say this on camera
Here we
because
go. This should be
I
good.
don't want to. I love dogs, but I think I'm more of a prick if I go, yeah, I'll eat a cow or a pig, fuck them, but I won't eat. I just feel like
What breed of dog
argument,
would you
isn't
go
it?
for?
you should eat anything.
What breed of dog?
Oh, any mate.
You don't want to
depends on the dish.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
Nah, you know-
It's like when you get them shit chicken wings from Chunky Chicken or something. Freddy's there.
You'd be fuming if you got a sausage dog as well. You're going, fucking taste
Probably cook an
nothing like
Alsatian in your slow cooker for the sounds of
Yeah,
things.
get him in there, 10 litres. Alsatian and rice.
I just
Keep me going.
I just think it's like
Sorry.
I think the biggest
Saying
pricks.
sorry to my dog there. Sorry, dog.
In case you're watching, I get the vegan argument. My missus is a vegan. I understand it, and to some extent, I agree with certain aspects
Yeah.
of it. I'm just able to dissociate. I just dissociate. I'm a fat cunt. I like eating meat, and I just dissociate all the animal rights.
So when you go out
stuff.
together and all that, is that all good? Like when you eat, can you eat meat in front of her?
Yeah, she's sound with it. Like, I don't think, like, if anything, it's opened my eyes more with the vegan stuff because
Yeah.
I will eat, I'll eat anything. That's my rationale, I'll eat anything. I think the biggest scumbags in the world are pescatarians. Because you're saying, I won't eat animals, but fish can fuck right off.
fish-
But you're also
Fucking
choosing
mad,
the
don't
worst meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fish is shite.
Flaky, innit?
Never turns up on time.
Yeah, you just can't do it. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Like, but fish is like,
It's still sentient life. So's plants.
fuck the fish.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck the
they're a
fish.
bit like,
But I feel like you do yourself a disservice though. Like, is there one for somebody that only eats chicken? Is there a name for that? There's got to be. Hasn't there?
well, someone said, right, and this is what my girlfriend uses so, in terms of how she eats food. If the animal saw you, like you say you were away for a bit, and you returned and the animal saw you and was excited to see you, then she doesn't eat that. But if you return...
Look at how big the gorilla's dick is. Don't eat it. He's so excited.
But if you return, right, so she don't eat pigs because apparently pigs buzz off you. Cows probably will give you a nod. Dogs obviously love you. But chickens couldn't give a shit about you. So she just goes, fuck off, chicken gone, see you in a bit.
I'll eat any animal that snarls me.
She'll eat that, yeah. She'll eat chicken, she'll eat all that.
She'd eat that smackhead outside, tried to shoot me.
No, I wouldn't eat that. You don't know where it's been. I draw the line. I'll eat people, but I won't eat.
But a pig sound, because you know where that's been. Rolling in its own shit. Well, they're no different, are they, I guess?
Touche. Touche. That's the issue. That's the real issue, factory farming.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I'm not a vegetarian or anything now. I get it. I get why people do it. My ex-girlfriend was a veggie for a short while, or a pescatarian. I can't fucking remember, but yeah, it's just not for me.
Just accept with the apex predator. That's how I see it.
We do look like predators.
Yeah, you're the apex predator, Liam. All three of us in here, we're the apex predators. This is what it looks like. Yeah. You thought it was Randy Orton. It's not. It's us.
Basically, you're all right, Joe. Nice to meet you. Ever seen a gorilla's dick?
Yeah, you see, we're the predators.
The idea that we're the stronger ones, a cow would fuck us up if it wanted to. It absolutely would. All we've done is build a machine. Huh?
Have we got time to think? Like I say, one-on-one, if you give me an hour, I think I could probably kill a cow.
If you've got time to that, I didn't know what you were getting at. What, you've got an hour
like
to
if
get
you
a
said
strategy
if a cow
together.
comes in and out, the cow's probably got me. Fair enough. If I've got an hour...
What's the strat? Like, it takes you an hour to go, cave its head in. Yeah, I'll do that.
I'd probably plan it like dig a hole.
He's doing it like the end. What's it called with the fucking woman that shoots the bow and arrow? What's the fucking movie called?
Hunger Games.
No, Hunger Games. Yeah, you'll think that you're going to be in a fucking in a jungle, both hunting each other down. You know, it's the location where you're going wrong.
I want the location.
Here, you're like, yeah, I'm fucked. All right.
Kill a cow in an hour.
No, I want.
Come meet me at the top of Lanky Hill.
Rolling down the fucking hill.
By the time it gets there, it's tired.
Why, could you kill a cow straight away? If it came in here now.
If it came in here, you bet your fucking sweet ass. If it came in here right now,
those fucking cameras.
I put too much work into this room. I think something to take over me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Something's gonna.
Yeah.
If I was in the cow's house, no, that's rude.
So you in a farm, like a field, cow would do you in.
Yeah, well, it has a right to. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
How do you feel about like killing mice and stuff, rats?
I'm pretty scared of rice and mats, you know. Like,
did you said rice and mats then?
I didn't know whether to address.
It's all these fucking rice and chicken. He's 10 litres. I'm scared of it.
I'm trying not to say mice and men for some reason, so I said rice and mats. Rice. Fuck off. Rats and mice just scare me because they're like small, unpredictable, move rapid, just can be anywhere.
Yeah.
You don't know what their intentions are.
Yeah.
And apparently,
I
tell you what really got me. I can remember it quite clearly. I was like 13 years old and I watched Fast and Furious 2 at my grand's house on ITV2. Now, have you seen the scene where they put a rat on this guy's stomach? And they put the tin, like a metal tin on his belly.
Hold on, they do that in Fast. I seen that on Game of Thrones. They did that on Fast and Furious as well.
Fast and Furious 2 did it first, I guess.
Yeah, they will have. Yeah.
When was Game of Thrones set though?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Game of Thrones ripping off a classic. There.
No, and then they heat up the top of the tin.
Next season of Game of Thrones is going to be mint when he's in a Toyota Supra.
Chris razzles him off.
A dragon versus a fucking Hyundai. Fuck off. Big race. But yeah, and I'm scared ever since that, because obviously they were saying that, well, it's not going to come out that way, is it? Because it's a metal tin. It's going to go through your stomach. So I just like, rats not for me. Unpredictable.
Yeah.
Scared of them.
I like to think they don't bother me. But when I'm like, same with spiders, they don't bother me.
Oh, no.
But if I'm in a situation where I have to potentially like touch one. Not kidding.
What, for a bet or?
Pervertedly touch one. That was odd choice of sentence, I'll admit. But yeah, like, this is going to sound so horseshit, but literally, the cat.
You heard about Liam? He tries to fuck a spider.
Where are you going this one? The cat?
The cat brought in.
Right.
Literally like a day or two ago, she came over the back wall. She's been bringing them in and leaving them around lately.
Gifts.
Yeah, but she doesn't kill them. She's a sick fuck. She plays with them, and they're like dying. So they're like, Do you know that laboured breathing?
yeah.
Like they've been in the jaws of a fucking beast. Do you know what I
That's
mean?
not
And she's
You
just
could hear a spider breathing.
not a spider, a
It's
rat.
It's a rat. It's a rat.
A rat. Confused.
Like one of Harry Potter. But it was fucking massive one.
I'm gonna say if you
Well,
could
I do
hear a
live in
spider
Anfield, lads.
breathing, like something's gone wrong there. It's a big fucking spider.
She's bringing back these baby rats, and she brought one in the kitchen whilst I was in the kitchen making me breakfast. It was Sunday, and I was so I was doing like a good
I
like.
wondered how far you were going into what were you having for breakfast? I've got to know now.
It was a good fry up, so do you know what I mean? I've got shit on. I've got stuff
yeah,
on the
yeah,
go.
yeah.
I've got bacon. I've got these
Couple
like
of hobs minimum.
Yeah, exactly. I've got shit going on, and my missus is in the kitchen, and she just goes, "Oh God, she's fucking got one again," because she sees her coming over the back wall with it in her mouth, and she comes, and I'm just like tuning it out because
Put it
fry
straight
ups,
in the pan. Medium rare.
you're at that point with like where everything's coming together. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to overcook anything. Like that little bit of like,
I know what
just
you mean.
no
It's
attention.
such
It's gonna fuck up the whole dish. I've been making this, like you said, multiple pans. It's a big clean-up operation.
Fry-up's one of the
for
worst
one
meals
person.
you can possibly have, by the way. But carry on.
What do you mean?
Disagree.
For that exact reason, he just said, don't mind eating it in a cafe or a restaurant,
I
but
love
it's a
putting it
fucking,
together.
it's
It's a-
shite.
it is
Same
a
with
faff.
fajitas. Beth made fajitas
Fajitas
yesterday.
is sound.
Fajitas are sound, but she made them yesterday, and we have a bit of it, like we do tapas fajitas, we have a
What
bit
do
of
you mean?
halloumi on the side and stuff, and we have some chips and everything. Like we put the whole, we put.
Fajitas and chips? What are you talking about?
I mean, I eat chips with
fucking
them.
Council
World
estate. You started doing old El Paso in the head.
Some spaghetti
Mate.
hoops on the side there.
Mate, you were making a fry-up while your cat brought a rat in, and you didn't get rid of it because you were eating a rat, and I'm the council estate. I'm the one on the council estate. Are you joking? Are you fucking messing?
hell.
You were like, oh, give me a minute, my beans aren't done. What are you talking about?
Fucking rat. What did you do to it? Did you kick it out?
So she comes in with it in her mouth, and I just like
Beck or the cat?
the cat.
Right, good.
Beck's in the room, and I just literally like no communication, no whatsoever. Just focus on what you're doing.
Yeah.
You can't be arsed with this. She's in the kitchen. She's spotted it. She'll sort it. Our dynamic's different. Rebecca's solid. I am a pussy hole in a shit house.
Okay.
It's not that I'm scared of the
Spoiler
rats.
alert.
Extra. Just breaking news.
Just in case you were listening to this on the audio and you hadn't yet, but you didn't know yet. Do you know what I mean? We're all
hate
shit
to break it
houses.
to you.
Yeah.
But but it wasn't like I was scared of the rat. I just thought like I also don't have any qualms with the cat doing what the cat needs to do with it. Do you know what I
circle
mean?
of life,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah,
Yeah. Seeing
She's
what it
like
needs to.
the vegan in her. Like I want to save the world and stuff, which is a great quality. It sounds like I'm having a go at you. I just don't have that. Do you know what I mean? It's a good quality. She's like, I'm gonna save this rat's life.
Save it.
And I'm like, what's the fucking point? It's just gonna get chomped on again by another cat or whatever. But I don't say that. What's the point? Just let her do a thing. So she's like trying to chase the cat around the kitchen. Cat's got the rat dangling out of his mouth. She gets the cat by the neck. The cat drops the mouse. The rat, it's a baby rat. It just gets around like,
That gets worse.
yeah, distinct.
Baby rat.
Had a nappy on.
How did we know it was a baby rat?
Size of his dick.
There's literally no exciting ending to this story. She tried to chase them.
We'll make one up. Keep going. Carry
She
on.
tried to like, once she'd got the cat out the room and the rat was loose, she was trying to catch it, but she was like what you were saying, do you know, when they like the movements of them.
Yeah, hectic.
But it was in shock, so it wasn't hectic enough. Like it was in shock.
Shock.
It's just been in the mouth of a beast, mate. How would you feel if you'd just been brought in by a lion? You were in
That's
its
true.
gob. You're about to
No,
die.
you can smell his fucking bacon and sausage.
Am I next?
You're like, fucking hell.
Am I going on this toast or
He's
what?
gonna overcook them fucking hash browns if he's not careful. You're running about. Fuck.
See, this is where me and Becky are totally different because she wanted to fucking save it. I'd have put Stuart Little on in the corner and just made it watch it. Just like, look at you now. No, you're not like all the other mice.
I just cared about me fry up more. That's all.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with you, mate. That's, fair.
Did you kick it out? And then
I did not.
You've only just
I
met
put
the
the
rat.
fry up together. I was having it in a wrap, so it was like an all-day breakfast
rat?
wrap. Do you know what? Yeah, like loads of bacon, egg, cheese in a wrap, and it would barely wrap. It was that stuff.
Were there
that
any
I'm
chips
frying
on the
it
side?
up. No chips on the side. Mexican breakfast. It's an infusion dish.
the concept of you having a wrap has changed the whole look of this kitchen for me. Because honestly, that element of the story has spun my head. I don't know what to believe anymore. You're making this fry up and then you go, fuck it, let's just wrap the fuck.
It wasn't full. I'm talking like bacon, 2 kinds, backhand streaky. It was a bacon. I was cleaning out the fridge, new year, new me, like you were saying.
2 kinds of bacon in a fucking breakfast wrap.
I'd got these like slices of fucking sausage or something from Tesco that were like ready cooked. You could have them on a butty, but I was fucking living it like I was frying them off. Do you know what I mean? In the bacon fat and that. Frying an egg, and then I'm like, I've got to put it together. While this is all going on, I'm trying to squeeze this bastard wrap together. It's not sealing, so I lash it back on the frying pan. Try and fry it closed, and I do. I fry it closed over, but it's still opened at the ends. So,
you open at the end.
So I've got to eat it, and I'm eating it in the kitchen while all this is going on. Just stood over the dripping.
Try to enjoy your last double bacon wrap in peace. Fucking hell.
Dripping grease onto the plate and that while this is all going on, and I'm not even like paying any attention or asking her how it's going on. I'm just being
Meanwhile, Beck's got fucking defibrillators on this rat in the corner. Just like, clear.
Every time she gets it, it goes off somewhere, and she's hesitant about getting bit. I was going to say eaten. Bit. And in the end, it just ended up under the boiler, and we couldn't get at it.
So it's still there?
Boilers in the kitchen. Well, she lay out little bits of chocolate.
Yeah. Is that
in a path to the back door. So throughout the day, we just noticed a bit of chocolate had been gone. And then obviously it was like fucking sound, yeah. Do you know what I mean? It didn't go out. And then luckily it just turned up dead in the hallway overnight. Well, that's what she tried. She tried to James Woods, the rat. But the next day it just turned up like in the hallway.
Yeah. Oh, fuck it.
So thankfully, no, I was just like, I don't want it stinking. I don't want it dying.
Yeah, you don't want it
where
stinking.
You can't get it. And having it stinking, but yeah.
Do you remember that? I was just thinking about that then. Do you remember that mad video ages ago with a woman who tried to give a pigeon mouth to mouth? Do you remember it? No, I'm not making this up, right? And I swear to God, she's giving this pigeon mouth to mouth here like that. I'm sure it's in Manchester on Market Street.
She wasn't just necking it.
No, because everyone's like trying to. And then as soon as she lets go of the pigeon's head just flops back like that, completely dead. I'm gonna have to show you this. Carry on. I'm gonna have to get it to you. You won't honestly believe.
I'm pretty sure it's a limited. You know what I mean? There's gonna be limited results. I should hope you find it.
When you show it us, send me the video.
Pigeon mouth to mouth.
A pigeon.
Right, here we go. Shorts, YouTube shorts. Watch. She's giving a pigeon mouth to mouth. Watch when she moves around. She's probably going for it, isn't she?
Oh my God.
Giving it CPR. Glasgow, of course it's fucking
staying alive so he's in the background.
That just fucking wallop there. Look at it. Madness. She probably starts pushing his chest.
Do you know what I can't cope with? The speed at which he found that. Usually, like, if you're on a pod, someone goes, oh, I'll find this. And you've got to stall for like fucking 20 minutes while they try and find this fucking daft video. No. He was like, oh, I've got to find this. Look, there it is, saved.
Yeah, in my favourites.
That's genuinely my missus. She would do that.
Pigeon mouth to mouth.
I 100% think she would. One of the neighbours spoke to me once when we were living in Tuebrook. One of the neighbours I was chatting to them, and they went, is Rebecca all right? And I went, why? They went, because I heard some singing out the back, and I looked out the window. She was wearing rubber gloves in the backyard, singing and feeding the pigeon by hand.
Feed by hand?
Yeah. What? So there was a pigeon, and she just got some bird feed because she used to have bird feeds up, but she's paranoid about getting anything off of bird. She had bird fever. Can't get enough.
It's like baby fever, but you just end up going feeding pigeons.
What was she singing?
I don't know. A whole new world, Aladdin.
It's a great question. It's a circle. I love the fact that we've got a guy that's one half. How many of this Manchester food review?
So the food review club is 2 of us. Yeah, 2 of us.
And he judged you for your fucking breakfast wrap.
I just
You've always got like a guru of food.
I actually love like a breakfast wrap.
They are good. And Mackie's took it off the menu, didn't it?
Yeah, that was the best thing there.
It was good.
And I meal prep them, Joe. Like you said, you do the meal prep.
You don't meal prep.
No, like a healthy one, like turkey, bacon, egg whites.
Sausage.
Yeah. Nah, it's like a.
I've never seen one of those Gymshark athletes do that. Yes, guys. Welcome. Today we're going to be doing a double bacon.
Make sure you've got your back and your streak.
Whatever you do, don't get rid of the bacon grease. Throw your fucking wrap in there. Get in those extra calories. I've never seen that before. I've never fucking...
Hey, it was Bosch, it did things to the wrap. I didn't think of that.
I just love the idea of you meal prepping fucking chicken dippers or something.
Yeah, fucking...
Hey, if I freeze them, they'll keep till Sunday.
No, I did help with like just egg white. It was egg whites, hot sauce, reduced fat cheese, and turkey bacon. New year, new me.
It sounds
Wrap
nice.
them up in the free like a minute in the
I've seen that,
microwave.
yeah. In a minute, is that nice? Oh, right.
It's not as good as like obviously fresh, but it'll.
Oh my
fucking
god!
stay clear of the bacon grease.
You part of what the food review can't even talk.
Yeah.
The food review club. Part of what it does goes around trying new things
Yeah,
in different
yeah,
places. Quite fucking self-explanatory. I had a Chinese place near mine the other day, and I was shitting through an eye of a needle within 20 minutes.
Right, what did you get?
Don't
I won't say the name.
Because you can't.
No, I won't be.
I'll say. Don't say the name of the Chinese.
No,
Mate, no, the reason I'm laughing is because it's quite literally called the Great Wall. Good luck carrying it fucking down. There's about 5 in Stockport alone.
Does it spend a lot of money on Facebook ads, the Great Wall? Because whenever I'm on
No,
Facebook,
that one's great though. The one that was quite literally a great wall, but the one near me in Oldham, fucking awful.
Shite,
yeah,
really?
proper shite. They burnt the rice. How do you burn the rice? Sorry, the mice. No, they burnt the rice, and the fucking chicken was awful. It was proper shite.
And you were shitting a lot.
Yeah.
That is
and then
bad.
my missus was googling. It was like, it can't because of the Chinese. It's gone through you too quick. I was like, babe, all I've had today is a chicken sandwich, and it was fine. It's because of the Chinese.
Yeah,
it
but
was
she's
fucked.
got a point there. It can't be that quick, can it? When you got the
Sometimes,
shits.
I mean, one of the worst experiences of my life, and I mean this, is I once had a bite to eat off this. We were in Turkey and we were flying home, and maybe it was the week that's just been, because that was quite hectic. But I decided to get a little bite to eat before getting on the plane. And as I'm sat on the runway, do you know when you know there's no turning back? The fucking
What, as opposed to when?
No,
as
I mean,
opposed to when?
when
once you're on, you're on.
when
It's not like you can get off up until the point where it starts fucking going at 500 miles an hour.
I tell you what, when the
It's like you're halfway above Malta. Excuse me, love. Do you mind if I just...
I don't want to do a shit on this plane. Can I?
I mean, right,
Go
so
back to your hotel.
there's a bit where people are still boarding where you could probably just go for a shit, couldn't you?
Yeah.
But once the pilot says, cabin crew, get ready for fucking takeoff, you know you're done.
Yeah.
And I could feel something about to leave. And I said to her, I held my best mate's arm. Never said anything so sincere in my life. I said, I'm going to have to just pay the fine or whatever it is. But I'm going to run to the toilet in a second. And this is us on the runway. Do you know when you can feel yourself turning a bit slower and the pilot's about to fucking put the foot down? That was me. I was about to
put the foot down. He has no idea how a fucking plane works.
No,
By the way,
no,
you did
no,
second
no,
gear.
no.
You're supposed to go up to fifth. Fucking
Is that
too
what it
fast,
is,
too
yo?
furious. Aviation drift. What are you on about?
I thought you put your fucking foot down at that point. Fourth gear or something. Take off.
Do you know what? I don't know. You could be right.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
He could be.
He's not
You never
right.
know, you
He's
never
quite
know.
literally got one of those fucking things.
But yeah, so I just said to my friend, I said, I looked in the eyes and he said he's never seen a man like the state I was, knowing that I'd maybe even get arrested or something, but I just couldn't deal with shitting myself.
We've been there, man. We spoke about it on here. When it's go time, you're done.
Oh, and I
That's
had
it.
to. The only thing that taught me was I had a tactic of when I was younger, when I was like 16, 17, getting into drinking. If I thought I was going to be sick, I'd squeeze my nipple dead hard.
Distraction.
So, right, distraction.
No,
Your
he'd
brain
come then.
Your brain starts thinking about the nipple instead of the sick. So I'm on this flight to Turkey. No, going home to Turkey. Closing my eyes and squeezing both my nipples as hard as I can. And I'm like, oh my God. And I just fucking squeezed like that. I went, come on, McGrath. Come on, like that. And as he's fucking floored it, went, come on, like that. And do you know what? It fucking worked. And as soon as the ding went on, fuck off. Ran, just shit everywhere.
You skipped stages of grief. You went straight to acceptance. Like, I'm going to have to pay this fine.
I had to.
Did you not like try and negotiate? Did it not consider you going to to one of the staff members? This is the situation. We're all going to be here for a couple of hours. Do you want to?
That's true.
I'd negotiate. I'd be like,
I know what you're saying, but we were quite far away. Well, I'm like, row 14? They're already strapped in.
Yeah.
If they would have seen me come up, yeah, probably I could have negotiated, but
You're not
I
got
just
time
thought
for
straight
that.
away, fuck it. And I thought it could be a good laugh. Imagine shitting whilst you take off.
You've got to own it, haven't you?
You got to own it. I would have
You've just got to own it. You've got to stand up and go, listen, we're going to get 4 or 5, let's be honest, 7 minutes delayed here. I desperately need a shit. And if you've got 2 choices, I can go now with delayed, or I'm going to shit myself and you're all going to smell it. This cabin air pressure's not going to...
It'd flow down the back of the plane if you're taking off, though, wouldn't it? Like, I remember my brother threw up on a bus once, right, as we were about to get off. Like, he was holding it, he couldn't, so he threw up. And it was just like a localised pile at the front, and we were stopped at the lights just before the stop. And then as soon as the bus started moving, it just all trickled back, and everyone was like,
where were you going?
Home. not quite a flight to take.
Where are you going? Oh, no way. Was the pilot dropping you off, was it?
Sometimes he hovers above the fucking...
It's so matter of fact, and all the rest of the people were going with you as well.
So yeah, so I always now, no matter even if I don't need that toilet at that moment where the air hostess is like locked in, that's such a nervy 5-10 minutes for me. Yeah. I'm just thinking, what if it comes again?
Flashbacks.
What? Yeah, PTSD.
Like a Vietnam veteran.
Yeah. Honest to God. Oh, even speaking right now is getting real.
His bubbles twitching.
Yeah. Nipples are tingling. Squeeze me that. Fucking on.
Fucking hell.
How long you been doing like the food review thing then?
I fell into it a bit by accident. We had a page I work for called The Mank, which is like a local Manchester group. pretty central. They had this idea of going to film a kebab shop that opened at 10 a.m. Just going to film what it's like being the first person to get a kebab at like 10 a.m.
Breakfast kebab.
It. Yeah, breakfast kebab.
Was it in a wrap?
No,
That's a fucking idea though.
He's just saying. Yeah,
don't knock a breakfast wrap till you tried it. I'm not even going to defend it.
No, I'll try one. I'll try one after my 10 litres of chicken and rice. I put something else on. But when we did that one video, it just took off. The video just flew, and then Deliveroo got in touch and said, we'd love some of the stuff you're doing. We'd love to like send you out and about. And that was great. And then from there, I left the Mank and joined Food Review Club because I basically did a lot of Manchester's takeaway. I did 100 episodes just in Manchester. Over obviously not in like a week.
Not once.
But we did it for about 2.5 years. And then I was like, I'm pretty done here. And our Food Review Club came to me and said, I want to offer you the opportunity to just sort of get about, head to Liverpool, Sheffield, Leeds, go up to Newcastle, do whatever you really want, really, which is good because it kind of like ticked off a lot of the boxes in Manchester. And, you hear of these places that are fucking class. You can't get to them because obviously the Mank wants Manchester stuff. Yeah. So that's the next step. So if anyone's out and about, wherever you are across the country, let us know.
Food Review Club the pink?
Yeah, the pink. Yeah, pink.
Yeah, I'm into that.
He's a good lad.
Yeah,
he's a lovely guy.
I have a problem actually because of scumbags like you. It's like it's like crack to me watching those videos. It is that my YouTube page is just that. I can stay up till 3 in the morning watching other people eat.
Yeah, big meats and stuff like that.
When people recognise you, do they all look like me? No. I'm your demographic,
Yeah, it's funny because there's a certain because people either recognise me for a couple of things because there's the food stuff. Or I do stuff with Stephen Tries on his podcast. Yeah. Or there's the football stuff. So when someone comes over and says hello, I make a snap judgment. It's like a game in my head. I go, I wonder which one this is going to be. And normally, when I see a big lad, I go, Food Review Club. Or they're more like younger teenage boys who look like Stephen Tries. Well, not teenage boys, but like 20-year-old, 15-year-old boys. But yeah, and then I clock him right. He's a Stephen Tries lad. Football fans are just a bit all over the place, but
threatened to shoot you in that.
Yeah, it's bang. But yeah, Food Review Club, you can spot him a mile off and go, he's a good lad.
What's the best thing you've had in Manchester?
The Manchester one is interesting. There's a place called Fat Pat's that's currently making what I think is the best sandwich I've ever had, and they've got 3 sandwiches on the menu. He makes his own bread. Right, and I say that it's not like Warburton's. He makes these things called the Japanese roll.
Is this the kiosk guy where it's like there's nowhere to go in? You've just
got to get it from a hatch.
Yeah.
And I swear the hype is fully real. The Philly cheesesteak, right? Yeah, my days. It's up there with my final meal. What I'd have. It's
You're smiling.
That good. It's that good. and he's put
Why is
so
the
much
table
stuff-
wet, Joe?
Again. Sorry, bro. Hope you don't mind this. Just fucking hold on for like dear life. But yeah, but also in that little circle, if you drew a circle around Fat Pat's, like a little circle of like, I don't know, 100 meters, they've got one of the best Chinese restaurants called Happy Seasons. They just fucking hang ducks on the fucking, like when you walk past, they're the roasted ducks. You got Pho Q as well, which is an amazing Vietnamese place. Like that little spot is fucking class. But Fat Pat sandwich, it'll blow your head off.
All of this is wasted on me.
Do I?
Yeah, I don't.
He's
I don't know
Bayesian.
What do you like? What's your favourite like?
I don't know what I like. We talked
What
about
do you
this
get from the
a few
Chinese
weeks ago.
then?
So okay, the Chinese, I won't be. Nobody can tell me that what I get is wrong. It's the absolute best thing
What
that
do
you
you
can
mean?
get.
Does he get it?
We wanted to go for a Chinese once on a whim, me and you, and we looked at like 5 or 6 different menus because they didn't have what you wanted. We were in Chinatown. We were in
No,
Chinatown.
that's not why
in
at all.
Liverpool.
We were fucking skint, bro.
Oh yeah, it was a financial thing.
And they made anywhere. You were going, what about this place? Oh, this 5-star restaurant that's got £22 a head. Yeah, top one. What are you on about? It's got now
I'm just
anywhere.
gonna get back into me hole.
Yeah.
What was your order, Adam?
Okay, so we're a bit skint, all right. So I'll just get normal chips. Don't get the salt and pepper chips, and I'll tell you for why. Right.
Starting with normal chips is wrong, isn't it?
It's odd, I think.
Because I get the salt and pepper chicken. Because I get the salt and pepper chicken. I just think that I don't want to overdo it.
Yeah, of course.
Because I'll be up all night with. I mean, I usually am anyway. Do you know what I mean?
And if it's one or the other,
fucking,
chicken all day. Salt and pepper chicken's the
salt
right
and pepper chicken.
Yeah.
Crispy shredded sweet chili chicken.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, solid. Egg fried rice, curry sauce, and the chips, and then you pour all the curry all over it, and then you have 2 or 3 poppadoms. The poppadoms,
Don't give.
prawn crackers.
The
I'm
only
a bit
thing,
rogue.
it's the only thing that took me for like everything else, pretty standard. But why 2 lots of chicken? You gotta
Crispy
fucking
chili beef or something like that.
You gotta live up. Yeah, get the beef. You've got to. When I'm getting a starter, I don't go. Oh, I'll have a starter, a chicken with a main, a chicken. You've got to spread your ideas out. Oh, they got pork on the menu. Do I want that as a main? Do I want that as a starter?
The prawns and the.
No, I don't do seafood. I've already been out for that.
Yeah, that's true.
But point is,
Prawns is different.
Chinese order's the best. You can't argue
What
with
about
me.
McDonald's
So
order?
miss me with your vermicelli, you fucking heathens.
Yeah, I think that's AIDS as well.
Yeah.
It's just a skinny noodle. Fuck off. I want
Like,
more.
unless you can spell it, don't order it. That's, you know what I mean? Like, what you on about? Like, it's just fucking awful. Like, who's looked at that on the menu? Because you don't know what it is until you've ordered it. Do you know what I mean? The first time you have it, you don't know what it is.
Good. That's why I always just order okay stuff.
What is okay sauce?
No
Genuinely?
one knows.
No one knows.
No
Okay,
one knows.
brilliant. But like, you don't know what vermicelli is until the first time you've had it. So like, who's seeing that written down and going, "Yeah, I'll have that. That sounds sound." What you on about?
Yeah, well, that's that.
I agree with that logic. That's pretty sound, I think.
But did you know what a korma was before you tried it?
Huh?
Do you know what like a chicken korma was?
Yeah,
before
because
you
I got
tried
given it when I was 7.
Well, one thing
And
I'd say about
there was no like, oh, Aaron, do you want to korma?
Yeah,
just
yeah,
my
you
mum
got
probably
given
went
it.
to the curry house and ordered me the most mild thing on the menu. She still does actually when we go on the weekend.
Indian restaurants versus Chinese. The Indian restaurants will like actually list ingredients. They'll go like,
that's true.
tomato.
Yeah.
Whereas Chinese restaurants, you just
Chinese is
hit
better
and
as a
hope, innit?
takeaway. Indian's better in a restaurant.
That is a nice logic, and I stick by that. Yeah. As soon as
I can't be doing with the Chinese like, oh, let's spin this table, and I
Lazy
ordered
Susan.
those, but now someone's put them over there. Why? Why? It's like when you're in Card Factory and you want to look at the mum ones there, but some cunt's looking at the granddad one. What you on about? Move. Let me get my chicken. It's cost me 18 quid because we're eating it inside a restaurant for some reason when we could have this at home.
I think there's no consistency in Indian food though. Like,
What you're gonna say? Something else?
no, this is not controversial. No, there isn't, because like I said, that they'll list the ingredients. But I once ordered a korma in Liverpool and it was fucking pink. And
pink korma.
Yeah, this was when I was in uni.
that's
That
somebody
wasn't
in
the chicken,
Liverpool
was it?
going.
No, not the chicken. The sauce was pink. It was
that-
as if the tandoori redness of the tikka chicken had rubbed off into the fucking sauce.
That's because some guy, as he's made the korma for you, he slit his wrists over it because you've ordered a korma as a grown-ass
Well, you
man.
said you still order a korma.
No, of course,
That's a
doing one of them
rare
funny
order for
stories.
me as well. Like, I don't
why did you
often.
order a
I just
korma?
fancy the creamy curry, mate, and then
You're a
that's what I got.
fucking paedophile. What are you talking about?
Oh no, I'm a spice hound. Don't try and judge me. I love a bit of spice.
Yeah, but you had ordered the korma backing
it
yourself,
was
are you?
one time. Well, it's not one time. I have ordered kormas before, but it's rare, mate. I tell you.
Yeah.
But I like them all. Do you not like them all?
I like them all, mate.
I like them all.
Right, look at me. Of course I like them all. I like trying different stuff as well. I like going into a certain place and going, what would you get to the waiter? And then just having what they have.
Depends
That is
where
a
he's from,
gamble.
though, doesn't it?
That is
Sometimes
a
it depends
gamble.
where he's from. Like,
They don't do they? They go, and you're like, oh shit. I'll just order the ribs.
I went to, I get a chicken tikka masala mostly because I'm a fucking child and I have a bit of a sweet tooth.
How did you get shit for? Hold on. How did you get shit for korma?
Because
But
I've got no
chicken tikka
morals. I've got
masala.
no.
It is milder than a masala, like. So.
Yeah, it tastes of nothing. At least mine, like, I've got a sweet tooth, so I'm gonna have that. A karma doesn't taste of anything. What you're eating is nothing. It's just
Again,
it's just a
I
liquid.
don't disagree. It was a one-time.
Don't get me
thing.
wrong though.
It was not a one-time thing. You just corrected yourself before when you said it was a one-time
Well, I
thing.
can't say I've had a korma once in my life, but I've had loads. I like a jalfrezi. I like a Rogan Josh. I've had a couple vindaloos and lived to regret them, but I can handle the spice in my mouth. It's me belly that goes, nah, mate. That's where.
Yeah, I get that.
Don't get me wrong. If there's a korma sauce on the table, I'll have a dip.
Yeah, I'll have everything,
I'll have
mate.
a dip.
Don't order it as your main though. Is my point. But I went into there's a place near Beth, and we went in. It was like fucking New Year's or something a couple of years ago, and we just thought we'll go for a little meal. It was one of the first ones I've ever had. With like one of the first like meals out. Like still like we'd only just met, still trying to impress and all that sort of stuff.
Just been to see a gorilla's dick.
Yeah. That's it.
All the traditions.
Sparks the appetite. Doesn't it?
And then the guy goes, "What do you want?" And I said, "Can I get a chicken tikka masala?" And no word of a lie, he just goes.
Oh, he did.
And I was like, hang on. Don't fucking judge me, right? Don't judge me just because I'm sat here with, like, no, don't, you don't
He's
get
trying
to
to
just...
act hard, wasn't he? The guy at the way.
Yeah, he's trying to show me up in front of my new girlfriend.
Spice.
This is my girlfriend, all right? I don't want to fart in front of her yet.
That will stir
Leave me
some
alone.
stuff, wouldn't it? Do you have any other weird food habits? Like, what would you say, like, or you... Is that it then, kind of just like
Just
food?
my habit's just that I just don't really eat anything other than what's... You know, I don't deviate.
Because you cook now, what would you do if you were coming around for a little...
I don't cook. And it's nothing to do with like, oh, I'm a man and I don't cook and she does it all. It's just like when I cook, like I cooked today, but I did it all in the air fryer and it all went in at the same time. And yeah.
It's like 20 minutes.
It should, yeah.
But if you were like impressing us, what would you cook?
If I was trying to impress you, I would order something in. Like, I'm not going to be able to impress you. All right, yeah, come round mine, I'll cook tea. Do you want some waffles? No, if I'm trying to impress you, then I'll invite you round and then I'll spend 100 quid on a takeaway. You'd be like, oh, this is impressive. Aaron's got 100 quid to splurge on.
Sure enough.
Do you like to cook?
I like to cook, yeah. Well, chicken and rice, you know.
Yeah, all day breakfast wrap, baby.
Oh,
That's
I like to cook a lot. I like to cook.
He likes to cook once a month and then leaves it. Like, just fucking cooks enough for the.
It's fun though, isn't it? When you get it, when you put stuff together and you feel like you're on top of it, and then it all comes together at once. Obviously, your wrap, my chicken and rice, other dishes that I've done. I tell you what was good over the Christmas time was when I cooked a mini Sunday roast. When that all comes together, electric.
Yeah, it's all about timing.
It is all
isn't
about
it?
timing.
Each individual thing isn't that hard or labour intensive in terms of cooking. It's getting it on the plate around the same time. It's stressful. 5 minutes there.
It is stressful.
Very stressful.
We should teach you. That should be a little fucking teach you to cook.
I'm quite rude.
Why?
Like I just kind of like bark orders. Pass me that. Give me that. Yeah. Rebecca's not the biggest fan of being in the kitchen with me.
Yeah, you do. I feel like because you're so easy going.
Yeah.
Like you are. I've learned
For the
this
most part, yeah.
like working with you for the past year. Like I feel like obviously it's sort of been jokes about how you didn't really have much of an input with this, but that's like he genuinely didn't. Like he didn't. There wasn't loads done, but a lot of that was because of the distance. Because he's in Liverpool,
of course.
and if I can just get here in 20 minutes and put a curtain pole
Yeah.
up, what's the point in waiting until Saturday for him to come up and help me?
course.
So that was the vast majority of the reason why. Halfway through doing it, when it was all stressing me out, a lot of the reason why was because if I wait for him, I'll end up snapping his neck. Do you know what I mean? Like you're so easy going, and it's like too easy going in certain things. So like you just wind me up, and I'd want to fucking punch you. Because like me and Beth have had arguments. Like don't be naming when I'm putting flat pack furniture together. Not there's anything flat back here, but like me and her have had genuine arguments because I'm trying to fucking build a wardrobe, and it's just a nightmare. And that's why we moved into the house. Right? We got two guys to come in, and they built the wardrobe for us.
You've got to. to. You've got to.
I can't be doing with it. The men that came to build the wardrobe genuinely do it for a living. They're handymen on Facebook. They get hired out for all these odd jobs that, like, for old women mostly, which he told me and I was embarrassed about. But he struggled with the wardrobe. Him and his pal, they got to a part and they were like, I don't know how to do this bit, and they ended up having to watch YouTube videos because it was so fucking ridiculous how difficult this bit was, right? So they do it all the time and they still were stumped on a certain bit. So of course I'm not doing it.
Isn't it?
Point is,
they still don't
the reason I
read
bring
these
this up is because you're so easygoing that you have to have something that makes you tick.
Yeah.
That advice, and it's obviously what you just said.
It's impossible to be chill.
It's
all
in the
time.
kitchen, and I just think, like, I'd love to see you.
Just too chill, baby.
I'd just love to see you in that one thing that makes you passionate, and it's just in the morning when the cat's got a rat in its mouth, and you're like, fuck off! Leave me alone!
Breakfast, just scoffing it off the counter.
The rat's not sealing!
I'll be here. I'll stay in the room for emotional support, but don't talk to me. Don't look at me.
How busy are you in the mornings then? Like,
I was off this day.
No, I mean, like, for work, would you normally get up, then stick your wrap in the microwave, then get going?
No, I'd I would work from home. I don't want to stitch myself up. No, I'd start work. I'd roll out of bed, start work.
I just feel like I've brought something up.
And then go and, take a minute away from my desk. Fucking God forbid. Stop fucking, take me to HR. I'm not asked. That's a breakfast wrap.
Cut to on Monday morning. I'm sorry for the things I said and did on my satirical podcast.
I literally, though.
Clip it!
I work from home, and I roll out of bed and I sign in late every day.
Every day.
I've got a snooze button problem.
Don't you dare make me cut this out when we get home.
What about these more violent?
I'm just acting hard for the podcast.
Right, but don't you dare. You've said this now, and you look at you acting like, Josie, a fucking food review, wanting to like me, he loves food, whatever.
I don't like it. I don't like that quality. I don't want to be doing that.
What about a more violent alarm clock? You see these ones now that are like.
She's called Beck. She sets hers 5 minutes early and chins him.
I've had a knock-on effect. We're both bad. We're both bad at getting up in the morning. Yeah, it's bad.
I think that's absolutely fine, though. Yeah. Take what you can. Like, I don't get it. Beth won't shag me on work hours. I don't get it. They don't care about you. I'm cutting this.
Do you go to the toilet on work hours?
Yeah, 100%.
Do you take time?
Yeah, 100%. I don't want to talk anymore. I do lots of things. I edit this podcast in work hours.
And you'll know he edits it because this bit's cut. I think we're about there. If you're new to the podcast and you're watching, because Dro's... Dro? Why can't I talk?
Dr. Dro.
Why can't I talk today? If you're new to the podcast and you're watching because Joe's on, first of all, hey, appreciate you. But we do a section at the end called Off Your Chest, where we invite a guest or a listener or anyone really to get something off their chest. So, Joe, have you got anything you want to get off your chest?
This might not go down as well as I think it was going to go down. And I think there's an element of jealousy about it. I'm sick of Guinness. Right? I'm sick of this new, like, Guinness is a cool drink kind of vibe. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's on everyone's stories, and I feel like everyone's like hopping on this Guinness vibe. And do you know what? If you like it, full on, go and have it. I don't like it. I think it tastes like shit.
Yeah.
Stop splitting the G. Drink the fucking thing. I don't get it. Well, it's not a game. It's a drink. Oh, look at the cream on the top, and then everyone's trying to tilt it to see how the cream looks. It's like,
do you follow Shit London Guinness?
Yeah, Shit London Guinness. And then you got these gurus going around going, oh, look at that. And they're looking at it like that. Goes, fuck off.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get that off my chest.
No, I get it, but I don't drink Guinness, so I don't get it really. Do you know what I mean?
So I'm jealous that I don't get it. I think that's my jealousy.
Yeah,
I'm rejecting it. I'd love to be like that, fucking swirling it around, but I don't like it.
It's the worst aspects of beer and the worst aspects of coffee mixed together. It's dog shit.
What is the cream?
I don't fucking know. And I've tried, and I don't like it either. And I'm so glad you brought it up because I'm sick of watching me mates get older. And all of them, like, fucking love it. And I'll buy it at a bar and I'll get one. Just because I'm like, am I missing something here?
And it tastes
I hate
like
it
shit.
every single time. They go, oh yeah, but, do you know, when you have it ice cold, when you're having an island, it still tastes like shit.
Yeah, it's not
I don't think everyone's going to agree. People might agree with you.
People will hate it, yeah. People.
But I don't think they're going to agree with you because people will still like it despite not, do you know what I mean? Like, not... getting involved in all the fucking theatrics
I feel like it's a dick measuring contest.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah,
It is. I like real ales. I like real ales. Coors Light, you can fuck off. I like a real ale, me, because I'm a real man. Well, you like real ale. I like Guinness because it's fucking roasted and black. What am I going on about?
Well, technically, I went to the Guinness factory, and that was the fucking worst. I was in Dublin a couple of weeks ago. I think that's where it spurred on my anger, because I tried to give Guinness one more chance. The Guinness factory is just wanker-fun about how good Guinness is. I shouldn't have gone.
What did you expect?
Well, yeah, I know. They weren't going to slag it off with it.
I'm so sorry to cut you off. I've literally been looking at doing Dublin for the day.
It's great.
And I'm thinking of going there. And even though I hate it, but I've had it like drilled into me. You've got to go. So
Dublin
I'm really
is insane. You'll love it. The Guinness factory was good. It was good fun, but it was just a lot of older people telling you how amazing Guinness is. And it's actually red. Guinness is red. So he gets it up like that and he goes, look, it's actually red. And to be fair, it actually is.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm just jealous.
It just seems to be like the darker the beer, the harder you think you are for drinking it. Am I being like beer racist? I'm just like...
I mean, that's an insane logic to have.
I like a hazy IPA. So shoot me. I like it fruity. Throw a bit of guava in it. That doesn't make me less of a man.
I think it does. A little bit. I love a girly cocktail.
Do you like a Guinness?
No, well, my family are Irish, and I went over to Ireland a few years back, and I went into it, like, they said, have you ever had a Guinness? And obviously, when I said no, they couldn't believe it. Do you know what I mean? You ever had a potato?
That's all you fucking eat, that sounds.
Anyway. Yeah, we all have our things that we're into, right? But they were like, they couldn't believe the fact that I hadn't had a Guinness. And then I tried it and I didn't like it. And they said, oh no, you've tried it wrong. And
That's the thing, there's a method, isn't there?
Is there?
But you've got to drink like big gulps. You can't have a sip of Guinness,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Nah,
but obviously when
Marmite's
you're
like
trying
that,
something, oh, shut up about your fucking
I'll have
Marmite.
a little bit of it.
Right, but shut up about your Marmite. But it's fucking awful. We're not doing this again. You got your ornament. That's where it ends.
A little bit, not too much. But are you
What you
supposed to
mean?
have big gulps of Guinnesses?
Apparently so, yeah. And that's why I guess they split the G, because you do it in one fucking...
Go for it,
But
yeah.
One thing I will say, Adam Rowe, familiar with him?
Yes.
Yeah, he did his tour. He did a work in progress of his show recently. There was like 100 people there, and the interval was like 30 minutes long because of how much they promote Guinness and how much they're obsessed with it. All these fans will now just order a Guinness to be like, oh yeah, I've got a Guinness. Do you know, like when you go to Ireland, you'll have a Guinness.
Yes, yeah,
Now,
yeah.
if you go to an Adam Rowe show, you've got to have a Guinness. You just see the bar staff just fucking stood there waiting for this thing
You
to
got to
go
let
flat.
it settle, haven't you?
Oh, really?
And
there's only one tap.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're probably two or three, probably maybe two or whatever, but they take ages to pour because you've got to watch them and sit there.
Yeah.
So the
You gotta let it
intervals
sit
took
for
fucking
about 2
ages.
minutes.
It's tedious
I
as
said to him-
fuck. Why do people like it?
But I said to him, I was like, you need to get into Ribena. You've got to get really into Ribena. Do you know what I mean? Let's get these fucking intervals. Just because as a comic, the interval's the worst fucking part, man.
Yeah.
You've been there since the start because the promoter's like, oh, get there at 7:30 for some fucking unknown reason. And then exactly. And then your stage time's 9:30 and you're like, for fuck's sake. And when you just stood there and they're like, oh yeah, we'll get to, the interval's going to be, but no, 5-10 minutes, still a few people. It's like, just fucking get them moving. Obviously, it's not the bar staff's fault, but it is just the worst part
Then
about...
the Guinness takes it extra long.
Yeah, and then you've watched them all like walking away and they're going like that to Adam with the Guinness. You're like, fucking hell, man.
People will go as well. I'm not going that bar. They do a shit one. Do you know, like, as if different bars do them different?
I mean, no, but I do get that.
Oh,
though.
I don't, mate.
No, when you... I'm not into Guinness, but when you look at shit London Guinness, you can understand why they're fuming. It's in a fucking Stella glass. What are you doing? Do you know what I mean? And it's greasy as fuck. And I just spat everywhere then. I'm sorry, mate.
Joe, the spike kicking off.
But it looks awful.
You give me new information that you've got a gulp it today. So I am...
It's good.
Listen,
It gets
I'm
to
gonna
me.
give it
They're all
another
doing
go.
180.
I'm going to give it another go as well.
To be fair, I did
Speaking about
it
now.
with olives. I fucking love
for
olives
fuck's
now, mate. Did it with olives.
Shit London olives. Can't wait to see them. Yeah, should we all just try a Guinness one day? And
Yeah, listen, part of my getting things off my chest was the jealousy. I'm just jealous of it, I think, because I think I don't like it. But, you know what, I think after this chat, I'm going to go back and try it.
Yeah, me too, because you don't want to be like these dickheads.
You fucking lunatic. Oh my god. Well, thanks for coming on,
No,
man.
I loved
Really
it. Thank you very much
appreciate
for the
it.
invite.
Have you got anything you want to plug?
Yeah, just get onto the podcast we do called the Sloppy Joes Podcast. That's a bit more about food. And yeah, you'll like it. It's about food and a bit of just having a laugh about food. I don't know how much you can have a laugh
Pretty
about
much
it.
what we've done here, haven't we? Just slagging off Guinness and
It's
that.
basically this every week, so yeah, so get on Sloppy
The
Joe's.
Split the G podcast coming to it.
No, Split
That's actually not a bad name
That's
for an
it,
Irish
man.
podcast. Any Irish listeners and you want to do a podcast, there you go. You're welcome. You're welcome.
I don't even know what that means.
What, you don't know what Split the G means?
No.
It's the gap between the harp and the word Guinness. So it's
like
like it's a gap about that fucking big.
Yeah,
so you have
you
to
gotta
stop
neck
the drink at
We
that,
only can
the
do
right
it in one
point.
sip, boom, boom, and then you land it down and you see.
I
where
just
it
love the
settles.
idea of all these fucking gimps like trying to get the perfect photo, so they just keep sipping it until it's at the right
They
bit.
do, yeah, and they
Fuck
tag
it.
everyone in it. and it's like,
yeah.
Don't let Guinness rob you of your plugs, lad. So she said Sloppy Joe's.
Sloppy
Yeah.
Joe's podcast. See you soon.
Was there anything else?
No, all good.
Give us
Oh,
three
Food Review
things.
Club as well. Food Review Club. Go check that out. Yeah.
Give us 3 things that you hate.
I hate Guinness. I hate
Shitting yourself on planes.
I hate speed cameras. That's done me a couple of times this fucking month. And yeah,
This month?
Yeah. All right, cool.
Allegedly.
I hate fucking shitting myself. I could do without stopping.